guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Hallie and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I am a huge movie buff. I like movies from every single genre, and so today I'm going to be giving you my top 10 favorites of all time. I have some from about every single different category. This list was really hard for me to make because I love movies. I love movies so much, and so I hope that I kind of narrowed it down and gave you some suggestions of things you can binge watch if you're still in quarantine, or if you're wanting to have a chill, cozy day at home with your family, or just anything like that. So starting out with number 10, I have my absolute favorite scary movie of all time, The Blair Witch Project. So there is two of them. One was made in 1999 and I believe the other one was like 2016 or 17. I absolutely love both of them. They're filmed kind of more like a vlog style to make you think it was like a under budget movie or a homemade movie. They are amazing in my opinion. They're some of the only scary movies that have actually scared me. I don't scare easily when it comes to movies like that because I love the horror genre. And so if you guys are looking for actual scary movies, check out The Blair Witch Project. Number 9, I have a whole series because it is one of my favorite series of all time and I just could not pick one movie. And you guys will probably be surprised because it is definitely not my personality type at all, but that is the Fast and the Furious movies. I adore these movies. I actually think the first and second one are probably more of my favorites. Also, I believe it's the 6th or 7th one. I'm not as much of a fan as the ones that happened after Paul Walker passed away, but I still really love the series. I think that they are really good. They're not just car racing movies, and the first time I watched them, I thought that's what they were gonna be, but they actually have a lot of drama to them, really good storylines. And so if you're a girl and your boyfriend likes those movies, or you just don't think you could watch them with him, give them a try. Start from the beginning because you might actually really like the storyline more than you think. Number 8, I have Baby Mama. I love this movie. It's a comedy with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. I believe that's how you say her last name. I love her. The girl from Parks and Rec. I always feel like I pronounce her last name wrong, but this movie is so good. They make seriously the best dynamic duo. If you guys haven't seen it, you should. I believe it's on Netflix. That's where I watched it for the first time. If it's not still on Netflix, you might try Amazon Prime because you can rent basically any movie you want through them, but it's definitely a good little kind of like feel-good comedy. Number 7 is a classic coming of age movie that's probably on every female's top 10 list if they are roughly my age, and that is Mean Girls. Mean Girls is such a classic. It's so good. It's quoted to this day. The cast is amazing. I love all of them. It's honestly my favorite Lindsay Lohan movie and one of my favorite movies that Rachel McAdams is in, and it's just a really good movie, and if you haven't seen it at this point in your life, you just need to jump on the train and watch it. Number 6 is another horror movie, and that is the movie Silent House, and it has Elizabeth Olsen in it, who is Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's younger sister, I think, and she also is in the Marvel movies. It is so good. Actually, the first time I watched it, I had to look up how it ended and what that meant, and it just kind of takes you like all over the place, and the whole time you're on the edge of your seat. I remember the first time I watched this movie, we were having this giant sleepover at my parents' house in the basement. There was probably like 12 kids there, and we were all just watching this movie, and it was so good. I've watched it several times since then, and I highly recommend it, especially during this spooky month. Number 5, I have my favorite Will Ferrell movie on this list, and that is The Campaign. The Campaign is seriously, it is one of the funniest movies in my opinion. A lot of people's favorite Will Ferrell movie would be like Step Brothers or Anchorman, and I love those movies, but The Campaign to me with Zach Galifianakis as his co-star is so good. And if you guys are tired of hearing about politics with the upcoming election, watch this movie because it's about an election, but it's so humorous and definitely worth your time to watch. Number 4, I have my second favorite musical of all time, and that is Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia is seriously one of the best movies of our generation. I swear. It is so good. Mamma Mia 2 was good also, but Mamma Mia 1 was just so much better. I remember the first time I watched this movie, it was when Netflix was when you ordered movies and they like sent you the DVD, because I remember my grandma rented it from Netflix that way, and ever since I watched it, I have been obsessed with it. The soundtrack, the cast, it is amazing. If you guys are kind of into musicals or you're trying to get into musicals, I definitely recommend this as a movie to kind of get into because there is a lot of storyline with it also. Number 3, I have my all-time favorite musical on this list, and that is, yes, The Greatest Showman. I adore this movie. I love the cast, love the soundtrack. I don't think there was one mistake made in this movie. It is a beautifully done movie. The soundtrack is phenomenal. They took no shortcuts with this movie. It is seriously one of the best movies I have ever watched and could repeatedly watch it over and over again. Number 2, this movie is almost number 1, but my number 1 movie I don't think will ever change. And this is The Big Wedding. If you guys have never seen this movie, get on Netflix right now and watch it. The last time I watched it was on Netflix. You know, sometimes Netflix adds stuff, takes them off, adds them back. Every time I've watched this movie, it's been on Netflix. So go check your Netflix. And it is so good. It's definitely a comedy movie. It's obviously centered around a wedding. And once again, the cast is phenomenal. It has some of my favorite actors and actresses in it. And you guys will not regret watching this movie. I think everyone I've showed this movie to absolutely adores it just as much as I do. And coming in at number 1 might be a shock, but that is The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is my absolute favorite movie of all time. So simple. It doesn't have a lot of anything to it, and I think that's maybe why I love it so much. It's just a simple sit down, watch it, laugh, kind of feel good movie kind of type thing. So good. Alright guys, thank you so much for listening to my top 10 favorite movies of all time, and if I only had 10 movies to recommend to you, this would be the list that I would give you. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's Vlogtober, so subscribe down below if you want to see more content from me, and if you like content like this surrounded by movies, definitely let me know in the comments because I'm a huge movie buff. I'm that person that when the movie is playing, I'm on Google like looking up stuff about the actors, looking up stuff about how they filmed it, where they filmed it. I have so much random like movie trivia questions I could answer just because I really enjoy that stuff. I love learning about how the actors felt doing the movies, where they were filmed, if there was any beef between the actors while they were filming, and everything like that. So if you guys want more movie content, I definitely have some up my sleeve if you guys want to see those. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.